Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to a little how-to video. Do you suffer from this problem? If you've got a Fiat 500 or an Abarth, the answer to that question is probably yes. So, I've searched high and low to get those things to replace it, and I've not been able to find them. I managed to find some, really cheap. I'm going to try it. I've not tried to see if it will fit yet. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get a new one on and hopefully stop that horrible thing that happens to every Fiat 500 petrol cap. Let's do it. Let's show you. Let's try it live and see if it works. Right, so first thing obviously we need to do is take the thing off. So if we take the petrol cap off, and we'll see if we can get it off. Now on these, it actually feeds in here, if you can see. Let me just zoom out. Okay, so on these cars, it's not a ring that goes around anywhere. It's actually fits in here. Now there's nothing that actually keeps it in place. That is visible. Maybe if you took this apart, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a knife and I'm going to slice that off of there, and then I'll show you the new one and we'll see if it will go on. Right, so just get a little craft knife, and say craft knife, this is a pound shop knife, and slice it off. Okay, so we'll ditch that on the floor for the time being, and let me just place that back in there. Let me show you the new one. So it's still in the pack. So as you can see, the new one, which is supposedly for a Fiat 500, comes with a plastic ring as well. Now I have no idea whether this is actually going to work. Oh, we also need to take that bit off as well, don't we? Somehow. Yeah, that just pulls off. As you can see, it's got a little ring there, which hopefully that's going to fit over as well on the new one. So we'll throw that on the floor. Let's give it a go. Let's open the pack and see if we can get this to fit over somehow. Not quite sure how it's going to fit, but we'll give it a go. Right, as I suspected, it doesn't fit. So if you try and fit it over there, there's nowhere for it to go. It doesn't fit within the hole, and as you can see, this piece of it is sort of, protrudes out further. So the only other thing I can think of trying to do is just using this piece. So that bit that I just cut off, wherever it is, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where the hell's it gone? There. So the only other thing I can think of doing, so that piece I cut off, if I can get that out completely, I know I can get that piece out, whether it will fit in there or not. So that piece is held in by a couple of little plastic things, which you should be able to push through. So if I can get that piece out of here, throw the ring away, and just insert it in there and do it from this side, and hopefully it'll keep it in. So I'm just going to see if I can get this out, and then we'll come back and see if we can fix it, because these are really cheap. This was £3 something, so we'll see what we can do. Right, what I've discovered, so I've managed to get the other bit out. What I've discovered is on here you've also got those two little plastic bits as well. Excuse the noise over the road, it's the council cutting the grass verges. So I'm going to attempt to get these aren't very good tweezers, but I'm going to attempt to get these two little rubber stoppers out, and then what I'm hoping is I could just push it in, put the rubber stoppers back in, and that'll work. So I will just try that off camera and give it a go, and then hopefully the noise of the council cutting the grass verges would have finished by then. How annoying. Right, so I managed to get that out, and as you can see there, you've got holes there where the little things go in, and if you can see them, I'll put one on my finger, hopefully without dropping it. You've got the little plastic plug. So one of them I managed to get out of the new one, or two of them I managed to get out of the new one, and they both went on the floor. One of them I found. I couldn't get these out. I tried with the tweezers, I tried with the player of long nose pliers, just couldn't get it on there. So what I did is I got a bradawl, put it in there, prized that bit of plastic out, and then that left the two plugs, and then I managed to be able to get that underneath the plastic plugs, pull them out enough to get my fingers on them and pull them out. So what I'm going to do now is, with the new one, I don't know if it's going to fit. I don't know which way round it's got to go. I think it's got to go round. So if the petrol pump goes on... Actually, I'm just going to go back to the car and see which way this has got to go into the car. Bear with me a second. Right, so when the petrol cap's on and done up, it goes that way. So the thing is there, so it's got to sort of go in that way, like that. So that should be easy enough to do. So we'll push that in. Don't even know if it's going to go in. It might need a bit of encouragement. It might need a bit of heat actually. I might have to heat it up to get it in, because it's going to be a tight squeeze. No, it is going. I've got one side in. Going to be tricky because you've got to line the holes up as well. So I'm going to have to get a screwdriver. I'm going to heat it up a bit. I'm going to get a cigarette lighter and I'm going to heat it up. A cigarette lighter here. So if we just don't want to melt it, I just want to warm it up a little bit. Just to does help if you have a lighter that works. I think it's the wind. So just heat it up gently. Heat it up gently. It's smoking a little bit. That going to be enough? Let's try again. Okay, so where are we? So we need to face that way and it needs to go that way. So we'll try again, push that in. It is going in, but not far enough, I don't think. I'm going to try and use the bradawl. Oh, knocking the camera. Try and use the bradawl to push it in. Because of course, if you don't line up the holes, then those little plugs aren't going to go in. Right, I think that's in. It's impossible for me to see whether they're lined up, because even you can't shine a light in there. So it's in, as you can see. So I've got to try now and get those little plastic things in. So we'll put it in the hole if we can. It's really fiddly, really fiddly. You need tiny fingers to do this. I'm also trying to do it so I'm on camera. So maybe I'll use one of the other ones, because I'm not sure which ones came out of here, because they might be slightly different size. Oh yeah, there you go. That one's going in. So I'm going to tap that down. Right, it's gone in. And this one, as long as we can get it in the hole and then tap it down. Yeah, it's done it. Excellent. It's worked. So we've got a nice new one. Now if you've got an Abarth, there is someone on eBay, I think it's on eBay, or was it on, it might have been on one of the Facebook groups, that is selling these that have been 3D printed in the colours of the Abarth, so you can get the adrenaline green and all the other colours, the yellows, reds, everything. Which, you know, some people like to add those little extras to their cars. But we'll go back to the car now, we'll put this on and see if we can get that bit to go on as well. Hopefully we won't have to heat that bit up as well, because that hole, I think, was slightly smaller. Let's do it. Right. Action. So it's probably easier, I imagine, to... I was going to say to put this on first. Don't know if it is or not. Again, we may have to heat this up to get it over. Let's try it. Has that gone on? It's getting there. I think that's on. Yeah, it is on. There you go. And in case you didn't know, all Fiat 500s have a little flap there to hang when you're filling your petrol, to hang your petrol cap, if you didn't know that. They've all got them. So what we'll do now is put that back on, tighten it up, lock it. There you go, a nice new petrol cap release holder, whatever you like to call it. Yeah, it works. So it took a bit of jiggery pokery, but at least it worked. So if you're a regular viewer of the channel, and whether it be my projects, whether it be my how-to videos, you will see that everything I do, if I do something wrong or I can't do something and I'll get round it, I show you it all as I did then. It didn't fit as I bought it. That was £3 something, that. Now I know you can buy just the strings on their own, but I think they're more expensive than that. I think they're a couple of quid more than that. So you might as well buy that bit, chuck the other bit away. And just, it does, the one you can buy for about £5 something, does come with the little things. So you could, you know, potentially you could just buy those, I suppose. It might make it a little bit easier because you haven't got to take that apart. But it's cheaper like this. I will put a link to what I bought. It came from China, so it took a week and a half to get here, but I bought it on eBay. I will put the link in the description. If you want to get yourself one, you can see how you need to do it now. Not difficult. It took me 5 minutes, really. It took me longer because I was filming and I moved the camera around and so on, but I showed you what went wrong. I showed you how to get around it, and now it works, and now we've got a nice new one. So that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Lots more how-to videos that will show you within this playlist of how to do loads and loads of things on your Fiat 500 or your Abarth. They're both the same. Until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we will see you very soon.